Welcome to my first video about successfully botting RuneScape. I am RuneBot, and today I'll be showing you a simple free-to-play gold farm you can create using Botting Hub and OSBot. The first thing I need to do is use Botting Hub's account creation tool to create my accounts. For this video, I'll be using 5 proxies to create 10 accounts. Normally, if you're wanting to create a serious and longer term gold farm, you're going to want to use 1 proxy per account, but I'm not intending to use this for long term. I'm just going to see how far we can get with as little effort as possible. We're going to check the box here to run a task after creation and tell it to complete Tutorial Island for us. Then we're going to start here, and you can see the status at the bottom. It says 0 out of 10. This takes a little while to get started because it has to contact RuneScape's server and actually go through the account creation process for us. Once it's done, your accounts will appear on your dashboard inside the Botting Hub manager, and they'll launch whatever task you've chosen to run after creation. Here you can see the tasks that we've created for these bots to run after Tutorial Island. What they're going to do after they get out of the island is run up to the Grand Exchange to buy some supplies for chopping trees and doing some general leveling along the way to look less bot-like. And normally you would add in a mule script to kind of mule over some gold to your bots, but I like to drop trade my gold. I feel like I just feel safer with it. So I'm going to pause the script when they get to the Grand Exchange. I'm going to manually trade over the gold and then enable the script again, or play the script and let it continue on from there. So this is what it looks like as they're going through Tutorial Island. They're going to complete this and get to the mainland, run up to the Grand Exchange, and we'll pick it up from there. So I walked them all up to the GE and I logged them out because it was late instead of transferring them in the gold. And when I woke up in the morning, they were all banned, of course. And that's exactly why you don't bot Tutorial Island. I should have just done it myself. So let's make 5 more. Let's go through Tutorial Island manually. One of the first things I like to do with my accounts when they get off Tutorial Island is kill them, so that we can go through the Death's Office cutscene with all of the chat options, because a lot of the scripts on OSBot's website don't cooperate very well with this cutscene. They get stuck in Death's Office, so if you go through this ahead of time, then they don't have that problem if they're to die while you're botting later on. Alright, so now we need to head to the Grand Exchange and pick up our starter kits for leveling, just our basic skills, make us look a little bit less like a bot, but also we have to get to 100 combat stats, as well as 10 quest points, just so we can trade and, you know, mule this gold off the accounts after they made it. Alright, so now that we're over 100 skill level, all we have to do is work on getting 10 quest points by completing some easy quests like Romeo and Juliet, Cook's Assistant, and then we should be good to start making some money. Alright, now all 5 accounts are working on chopping oak logs. They're going to continue to do this indefinitely. We're not going to move on to anything else. We're going to stay at oak logs. It makes roughly the same amount of money as yew logs do, but of course you can do it at a lower level. I'm probably going to leave them running for 6 to 12 hours before I do my first mule, just to make sure I recoup my initial investment plus a little bit of profit. And then, you know, from there I'll probably do it once a day, maybe twice a day at most, until they get banned. We'll see how long they last. Well, here we are 12 hours later. You can see they're still running pretty good. Only thing is they still haven't met their 20-hour requirement to be able to trade, so I'm gonna have to let them run a little bit longer. And then I also realized a couple of the accounts didn't actually go through the quests. They ran out of money, so I have to run those back up and start the quester again, and then bring them back down and start chopping again. So we'll probably let them run another 12 hours before we come back. Alright, so we made it to the end of about 22 hours now of botting, and this is our total profit made. We started off with about 30K per account, and we ended up here with about 2 mil at the end of our 1 day, maybe a little bit more than 1 day of botting. That's including leveling them, getting through Tutorial Island, and then starting the chopping. So that's a pretty good profit made. Total profit over 20 hours of chopping is 2 mil for 5 accounts. So you can see how profitable this can be, even on fresh accounts with virtually no startup capital. The biggest tip I can give you for doing something like this is getting good scripts and an account manager like Botting Hub. It really expedites the process by making accounts for you and scheduling your scripts for you so you don't have to change them out manually every time. One of the most tedious tasks, other than account creation, is making sure your accounts stay on the correct proxies. Botting Hub's account manager does this for you, so you don't even have to think about it. If you would like to try Botting Hub, you can use my referral code and enter RuneBot10 at checkout for a 10% discount. Botting Hub has many high-quality scripts built in, so you don't need to go purchase a bunch of scripts off the rip. That can really help you get started if you're not wanting to spend a lot of money. If your experience is anything like mine was and you're constantly getting banned, but you really want to get into botting, this is the way to do it. There was a time I thought I'd never be able to run any kind of bot farm, and now I've got several going, and I'm doing a video about starting a free-to-play oak farm that's been running for over 24 hours straight at this point. Well, that about wraps this video up, guys. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you'd like to be notified for future videos. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.